We leave Black Rabbit and head to the station like always. I'm getting pretty late. Most stores are closed. Nighttime is the greatest time of any day. I hate sunlight, and the summer sun is particularly harsh. If you're so scared of UV rays, you could try wearing something else. Come on, let's get to Miroku Place already. Hey, hold up. I don't know where Miroku Residence is. Oh, that's right. It's on the outskirts of Kisoji Temple. It's a bit of a hike from here. There's a station by the mansion, so I just suggest taking a train. Ron gives me the address of the Miroku Residence. It's in the same ward, so I can pretty much imagine where it's just based on the address. We should meet up there later. We'll stand out if we show up there in a group. I have no objections to that plan. Were it just the young man, I'd feel otherwise, but I'll decline the stroll with an old lech. That's an easy way to ruin a perfectly beautiful night. That's my line. Hard to pass up on walking around town with a woman trying that hard to turn heads. Meet at the front door in 30 minutes, okay? They like each other, you can just tell. Ah, flirting. Bond and Rose go their separate ways as they head to the ticket gates. I better hustle too. The address I'm going to is a train stop away. Luckily, I arrived before the last train. Oh shit. Something, sorry about that. I pushed the wrong button. Hi, what's up? Oh, you're here. Rose and Bon are already waiting at the residence. You're late. What the hell were you doing? We've only got a limited amount of time to search. Waste any more time, and today will be useless. Limited? Why? These areas had a high rate of unusual incidents, but they only happen sporadically. Because of that history, the police have this area under priority patrol. Words, people. Couldn't you say things seriously? Seriously, that's a pain for us. Yeah, but we did some legwork and we have a rough idea of their patrol schedule. We're trying to limit our presence to when there's a gap in their patrols. So we need to get in, investigate as much of the place as possible, and then split. That's the plan. We'll be trespassing, but it's a price we have to pay to get information. And since you took so long to get here, we've got even less time than we're hoping for. 2 or 3 hours should suffice to do some breaking and entering. We're investigating. Rose continues, paying no attention at all to Bond's objection. The residence doesn't appear to be terribly large, so we shouldn't need to rush things. Well, unless we encounter an irregularity. Irregularity? An unexpected circumstance. For example, if we find unexpected security or underground vault, those sort of things. The types of things that might crop up during a break-in. I see. We are not breaking in. Why are you so hung up on the terminology? The action is the same, isn't it? Now, what should we do? We're investigating this mansion. We've already settled on this. Yes, I mean, where should we start first, you numbnuts? Cade, you're the one tangled up in Kikuyu's game. You should decide. Alright. Put it all on me, bitch. Get it. Got it. Good. This looks like it hasn't been cared for in a long time. The weeds are dead, our leaves are over. There's a strange looking window up there. You know, this house is kind of odd looking. Looking closer, the building's funky style isn't even just a Japanese and Western mixed design. It feels like an alpine lodge, but built with the traditional Japanese style. This must have been a custom job. You don't usually see 2-story houses with that roof. That window's probably where the attic is. If so, then that's a pretty big... Excuse me. If the room under the roof is that big, it looks like it's bigger than 2 normal-sized rooms. Is that the window that was mentioned in the rumor? If you throw something, the lights in the second floor window will turn on. I guess you wouldn't need to throw something at the first floor window, so that must be it. I see. Weeds have run. I use my foot to poke around the overgrowth. My foot bumps into something solid. I tease out into the woods and see it's a decoyed wood door plate. It's dirty, but it seems to read Miroku. It's a pretty sturdy sliding door. The layers of dust are covering the rail, so no, it hasn't been moved for a while. According to the rumors, they say something like, nobody comes out even if you knock, right? I'm sure knocking shouldn't be a problem. I give the door kind of a firm knock. I wait for some kind of response. Well, there's no response. Just as we were informed. Judging by the state this place is in, Miroku probably hasn't lived here. Rusted mailbox. I take a look inside the bed. There isn't anything inside. Iris, no. Take out the door fully. Even if this hits the window dead on, it probably wouldn't break it. Are you actually going to throw it? Yeah, just like the rumor said. If there's something crazy going on, I want to know more about it. That's pretty courageous of you. You'll need that courage if you intend to survive the confrontation with spirits. Whatever, just try not to throw it too hard. I know. Bitches, shut up. I don't want to attract attention, so I don't want to break the window. I take aim and toss the plate, aiming it at the wooden frame of the window. My throw hits the spot and makes a dry thud as it strikes the wood. Nice throw, you got some nice shoulders. The most anticipated draft player this season. Sorry, I don't really know baseball. But the rumors say if we throw something at the window, we'll see the lights come on. Or so the rumors claimed. Nothing's happening. We wait a while, but it doesn't seem like the lights are coming on anytime soon. I was hoping that I would get to hear the voice from the rumors. Sometimes rumors are just rumors. A good journalist knows not to trust every single one. Let's hurry up and check on the other places. I push on the door, but it doesn't budge. Okay, well, that's not helpful, now is it? I'll pull the door just in case. As intended, it doesn't open. Looks like it's locked. Oh well, want to just kick it in? Whoa, you're already thinking about breaking in? You're too reckless, kid, damn. What a bold child, I must confess I do prefer the direct approach sometimes. It feels like the air just changed. Please don't look inside. Did you hear something just now? We look in the direction of the voice and see the light in the window had come on. In the light, we see what looks like a silhouette of a crane. Please don't look inside. Once again, we hear a faint, weak voice. Don't look. As if we wouldn't look. We're not going to just go back now, are we? Hey, Kate. There's definitely something in this mansion. That means that all the rules are off. So we're breaking in? Exactly. Calm down there, boys. We can't cause too much of a commotion or we'll draw the attention of the police. You got a plan then, Rosé? I'll open the lock for us. It's not like opening a can, you know. You really think you can get it open that easily? This lock may as well not exist. You should always have more locks in the front door, but nobody ever bothers. Oh, that's right. You should share this advice with the owner of the Black Rabbit as well. The lock there is just as pitiful. That explains it. Now I know how Rosa got into the Black Rabbit before I had it opened. You're a real piece of work. Did you just sleep through morals class? I regret that I did not get to experience things like school during my childhood. Rosé took some tools out and quickly got to work. It kind of reminded me when Amanome picked the lock of the Yamato Shrine. But Rosé's skills were far beyond ours. You seem pretty skilled at this. Makes me wonder if you've been doing this kind of thing in the past. My goodness, how rude. Rosé shoots back a response with her as she uses her thin tool to probe the lock. Any talented magician would obviously have a bit of dexterity. That's true, but I've heard of magicians using escape magic, but not for breaking into places. Are you curious about my skills? I'm afraid that I must ask you to refrain from any inquiries that would violate my privacy, you jackass. Et voila? 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 However you guys want to say it. Yola. Like everybody I know says that one differently. It's open. Et toi? Yes. Of course that means and you, sorry. You're done already? You're pretty amazing. I must say that it feels quite nice to get some awe and admiration from the young. Would you like to be my disciple? You are creeping me out, girl. What is that supposed to mean? I wasn't really planning on becoming a magician or a burglar. I wouldn't mind training you for either. But I was referring to the spiritual field. You seem to have the affinity for it, disciple. Hold on, I never agreed to be your disciple. Masters choose their disciples. Your opinion doesn't matter. I was asking out of courtesy. That's terrible. Hey, let's cut the chit-chat. We don't have a lot of time. If it's open, then let's get inside. We can't let anyone see us like this. We don't have an excuse for being here. Yeah, no. I forcibly pulled the door open, but I thought I felt a cold breeze from inside. Swallowing my saliva, I stepped into the mansion. Very empty. The Yamaoka residence looks like an old Japanese-styled house and smelled of damp, moldy air. Seems like this place hasn't been aired out for a really long time. Okay. Wait a moment, Cade. I sense someone watching us. Be careful. Watching? Please don't look inside. Ugh. Suddenly, a loud, high-pitched, piercing sound rips through my ears. I instantly cover my ears, but the sound above instantly pierces through the stabs into my brain. Ugh. Bon and Rose collapse behind me. Shit, are you kidding me? At this rate, I'll die. I fall powerless against the storm of sound assaulting my mind. My consciousness is starting to fade. No, sit your butt down, girl. The screaming voice suddenly stops. What was that? Bloody hell, my head is still pounding. I guess that must have been the screaming voice people are talking about. Iris, lay down. If it went on any longer, my brain would have melted. I barely survived that. Well, I don't know if that's true yet. Remember in the rumor, Miss Y, who heard the scream, apparently committed suicide. Things are starting to get real. Cade, don't say you want to run away now, alright? As if. You're the one who's looking pale. If you got the wits to sass me like that, you're still in ship shape. Well, if it's planning to take us down, then I suppose we don't need to hold back either. Let's start investigating. This place doesn't seem to be that big, so let's investigate whatever we see. That's usually how I work in this game. Yeah, but before we get to that, we'll need someone to be on the lookout. We don't want to be getting surprised by the patrolman. Right. If someone looks bad, call me on my cell phone immediately. Understood. Alright, Kate, choose who will investigate with you. I don't want to do two male voices. Rose, you're coming with me. No problem. Well, Ben, you're on lookout duty. Fine by me. I'll see you later, then. Rose, don't you go off doing anything on your own. Secretly, I love you and I don't want you dying. Bon leaves and heads outside. Alright, let's get going. There's a cedar plank hanging from the wall, mud room, but I'll inspect further. I see there's a single nail hammered into the upper right of the board. Looks like this nail is for hanging things. What do you think this is? It's obviously a frame. These flat frames are made to enhance objects that are three-dimensional. So this is a frame for some kind of painting? Not necessarily a painting. It can be used for display of anything. Just hang it on the nail there and you're done. Anything could become an art piece. And that's it. Feels kind of lazy to me. Well, as Duchamp's fountains showed, that's too much of a digression. In any case, it's a board to make something decorative. Good to know. It's a sturdy shoe cabinet. I opened it but couldn't find a single shoe inside. Instead, I find some black and cylindrical at the corner. Bamboo charcoal. There's one. Oh, that's one fine charcoal. Seems like Moroku was quite the hobbyist. I look at the bottom section of the well and find a can in the back. It's apparently a spray can. It looks like a spray paint. Seeing that it's an odd place like this, I assume it's not just art supplies. I can read, I promise. I can try. I open the door to the living room and step inside. Others. It's a normal-looking, ordinary sofa. Checking around the sofa near the bottom. Hand warmer. I found an unopened hand warmer. I can use this. 'Cause my hands be freezing. An old pendulum clock. It swings without stopping. Bitches. It's a wooden storage shelf. Was this guy a murderer? Like, I'm starting to think this guy murdered children. I tried one of them, but it won't open. It seems to be locked. You think you can do this one? I turn around and ask Rose. Piece of cake. Stand back. Rose whips out some thin tools from her pocket and she opens the lock in just about 10 seconds. Sorry for the wait. Open sesame. It's like a magic trick. I'm happy that I'm able to entertain you. I open the door. Obtain sailor uniform and cute stuff. Keep it? Yeah, this guy was a pedophile. These look like children's clothes. Did Moroku have a family? Bond didn't mention anything about that. Yeah, this guy was a pedophile, child murdering bastard. I got a feeling. Just got a feeling. Got a big feeling. Just got a feeling, you know? Move into the bedroom and step inside. I don't like that. It's a boombox that looks pretty old. There's a drawer on the table the boombox is sitting on top of. Open the drawer. Inside there are sticks of incense neatly put away. In the corner I see a square metal box sitting there. What's this? Battery. Oh! It's been quite a while since I've seen one of those. You know what that is? A battery, and pretty old type at that. What's wrong? Just curious, how old are you? I'll leave it to your imagination. Bitch. A cover of the flyer on the floor stands out from the eerie bedroom. Out of curiosity, I pick it up. I quickly read the flyer. Kisoji Ballet School Recital. March 3rd, 1999, Kisoji Center Hall. Starts at 1300 hours, doors close at 13:30. So 30 minutes? There's a girl dressed in white in the ballet pose with her legs raised high. Looks like a flyer for a children's ballet recital. Children's ballet, you say? The atmosphere of this place is more suited towards Japanese buto. I take a close look at the flyer. First act, collection of pieces of ballet others. Second act, Luck des Cane. The second act will feature girls who are too young to wear pointed shoes. Please enjoy their energy and spirit as they perform adorned in adorable colors. What's the stuff written for the second act? Is it in Latin? Je suis désolé, but that's actually French. Duck Lake. Judging from the name, it must be... I really need to keep going with my French lessons. I can pick up some of this. Judging from the name, it must be adapted from Swan Lake. They'd probably make it a little... Inguineos? Let it be ducks instead of swans and dance about. Ingenues? Seems like a shadow designed to showcase their energy as opposed to grace. Ducks sound a lot less impressive than swans. Oh, you think so? That stubby body, those adorable orange beaks and feet. Breaks and feet. The way they shoot through water. Ducks are far cuter than swans. If I were to receive a gift, I would prefer ducks over swans. No one's going to buy you either of those. I'll take the flyer just in case. Take a look around the bed. I find something that looks like a mass of hair under the bed. Oh. Clump of stiff hair. What is this? I think this might be horsehair. It'd commonly be used for something like bowstrings for a violin. How can you tell? I learned how to play a number of instruments in the past. Perhaps I may not look the part, but I was born into a pretty wealthy family. You look the part, bitch. I have a good foundation of knowledge concerning most high culture, including music. Well, why don't you take it with you? It might prove useful later on. Yeah. Sure. Looks like a cassette tape inside. I eject the tape and take a look. There's just a single letter written on the label. T. What a creepy tape. Would you mind playing it? I'm curious about what's recorded on it. Sure. I place the cassette back into the slot and hit the play button. It seems that no matter how many times I press it, it's not going to play anything. Maybe. I flip the boombox over and check the battery compartment. It's empty. It doesn't have any batteries. Of course it doesn't work. I take out the battery and put it inside the compartment in the back. Thankfully, the battery types were the same, so it fits without any issues. Oops, crazy. Alright, how about now? I press the play button, but... What? You're kidding me. Useless piece of... I think about using the flashlight's batteries, but I realize that they won't fit. Perhaps there's not much battery life left. Rubbing it or warming it up will put some charge back into it, but... Aha. Hold on, warming it up. I use the hand warmer. I have this. Open the bag, crumple it up, and place it on the battery compartment on the back of the boombox. I suppose that's logical, but it's not the best way to do that. Shut up. We just need to warm the thing up, right? Once the battery felt warm enough, I'd try pressing play again. Then... An update on the missing child, according to the police of the victim of the kidnapping. It's a recording of the kidnapped girl report. They refer to the victim as Child T. Age 13, long hair, was wearing a white one-piece dress on the day she went missing. She was last seen heading home from a ballet class practice in Kisoji. The report mentioned that it's been a month, and the case is now a partial public investigation. From that point, the newscaster just rehashes some information about the incident, and once the news moves to the next topic for the day, the recording cuts off. Rosé ejects the tape and sighs. I see, hence the T label. The owner of this house seems quite intriguing. It's crazy no matter how you look at it. Why make a recording of the news about a kidnapping incident? Once again, ballet. It's coming up too much in it, much to be a coincidence. Suddenly the phone rings loudly, but I can't see it anywhere in the room. Intriguing, let's answer it. Guess I'll look for it. Taking out a pill, I immediately feel something. Okina mask. A no mask. What's this doing here? That's a sturdy bed. I wonder what's causing these stains. Now that I'm looking, there are more spots than I expected. There's an odd bulge in the curtain. It's excited to see me. Check the curtain. I pull the curtain back to see what's causing it. Huh, nothing's there. No sign of anything that caused the curtain to bulge. Even things out of the window look normal. So, was it just wrinkled or something? Huh. Here it is, the phone. It's not time to eat yet. But fine, I'll let you out. I'm not letting you back in. Until after 6:30. It's a black phone. I don't remember every detail of this room, but I definitely felt off. This phone wasn't here when we came through this living room earlier, right? What's going on here? We are in this house to answer that question, are we not? Someone or something wants us to answer the phone, so why don't you take the call? Hello? The phone suddenly goes dead. Ugh. A sudden wave of dizziness hits me, and I finally hang up the phone. When I come to my senses, I notice that my hand is covered in sweat. Damn, what the hell was that? Who was calling? Don't know, the person hung up immediately. I see, how boring. You look rather pale. Is something the matter? It's nothing. It's time already? It's me. Almost time for the patrol to show up. Let's wrap it up for the day. Alright, we'll leave immediately. Is it time? Yeah, let's head back. We get out of the mansion without any major issues. We join the one who was keeping watch and quickly share the info we gained in our search. I told you, aren't we glad we went inside? That tea tape in particular was quite a find. Combined with that ballet flower, it has some grave implications. I'm so excited that the man that we are trying to figure out might be a pedophile and a murderer. Ooh. Why do you look like you're enjoying this? And that's what we found on day one. I shudder to think what there is going to what to think where this is going to end up. Quit your whining. Just admit it's been a worthwhile night. We even heard the rumored scream. It must be a spirit, probably the screaming author's doing. The spirit's all the remains of Yakumo Moroku, or is it someone else entirely? I can't wait to find out. It's only a matter of time before the cops show up. We'd better split up. We'll be back at the Black Rabbit at the same time tomorrow night. Yeah, sounds good to me. Oh, that's right, Kate. Don't forget to buy batteries. I'll try anything once, but I'm not doing that again. Ugh, what a pain in the ass. Depart from the Moroku residence and take our own separate paths to the station. As I walk by myself down the street, I think about what I heard on the T-tape. That might just be the crazy tip of the psycho iceberg of stuff hidden in the Moroku residence. I catch my train, and by the time I get back to Kisoji Station, it's already past midnight. I'd better go home and get some rest. Weird. Hardly anyone ever uses that photo booth. Open the curtain. Yes. No one's behind the curtain. She was standing on her toes. Little thing you might not know about me. I'm actually a little bit horrified when ballet dancers walk on their toes. I have a extreme dislike of that. For some reason, if anybody saw Rugrats when they were a child, that one with the mirror world, and they had was creeping around, and they showed that close up of Dee Dee or whatever her name was walking on her toes. Yeah, that scared me. That has apparently scarred me for life. So I don't really care for ballet. At least not close-ups of feet. Could have sworn someone's here. Was I just seeing things? But a text. Open the message. How are you? It's G-Man. I've prepared your next riddle. Decipher to receive your analysis record. Search the monster that raises its voice when awoken. What? Alarm clock. Raises its voice when awoken. These cards I can only get as long as I don't trigger the next part, I believe, so I need to actually look. Excuse me. Da-da-da! Load my gaze right on the card. The sound of a flute, a young girl appears. The Shinzo rumor is a ghost with white hair, a child doll, and a kimono. It said the tune Night of the Full Moon means she's shown herself. She lures people to play her game, different for each person, from finding items to courage tests, but each has a certain condition to be met for survival. Meet the condition, survive, otherwise they will most likely die. Having never spoken to any of the players, I can't confirm for sure. It is still only a rumor, but if the reason why I haven't talked to them is that those who challenge her game end up dead, then I suspect there's no way to escape her death game once you've met her. Past urban legends like Girls Play and Kakuyoko share many similarities with this one. While searching, I learned it's been repeating every few years since the war ended. I must look further, and that's where you come in. It is fortunate that you are in the exact situation. You're the very person I need to talk to in regarding this rumor. Why is she called Kakuya, and why does she take a doll form? Why play games, and what role does she play? Is she a guide to death, or the reverse, or neither? Is she connected to the fairy tale named legends seen often in recent years? Find out, and escape the game alive. If worst comes to worst, I'll gather your ashes for you. Ooh, that's nice. Why the hell is he hiding these cards? Too much effort to worry about, may as well just go home and sleep. I solved D-Man's riddle, so I head home feeling pretty satisfied with myself.